You know, in business, you hear two things all the time, and they seem to completely contradict each other. One side screams, focus, go all in. The other says, be flexible, be ready to pivot. But what if the real secret, the real competitive edge, isn't about choosing one over the other? What if it's about mastering both at the exact same time? Okay, let's dive into this powerful idea of strategic optionality.
So here it is, the classic paradox every leader faces. On one side, you've got focus. Double down, commit all your resources, burn the boats. And on the other side, there's flexibility. Be ready to adapt, to pivot, to completely change direction on a dime. For decades, we were taught you had to pick a lane. You were either a focused company or an agile one.
But that whole way of thinking, it's just outdated. The biggest advantage today isn't one or the other. It's this beautiful combination, flexible focus. It's the art of having a clear, committed direction, but building in the freedom to change your path when you need to. It's about being incredibly focused, but never, ever letting yourself get trapped.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll dig into that strategy paradox. Then, we'll unlock what strategic optionality really is. We're going to look at some amazing real-world examples. Then, I'll show you how to design this for yourself. And finally, we'll talk about getting you ready for whatever comes next. So let's start with the problem. The world today is just chaotic. It's volatile. And in a world like that, a rigid 5-year plan that's carved in stone, well, that's more likely to become a tombstone for your business than a roadmap to success. Static plans just don't work anymore.
And that right there leads us to the solution. We need a totally new operating system for strategy. It's called strategic optionality. And it's all about designing a plan that has choices, that has options built right into it from day one.
So what do we actually mean by that? Well, think of it like this. Strategic optionality is your ability to be fully committed to your North Star, your main goal, while also having a bunch of pre-planned escape hatches and alternative routes you can take when the world inevitably throws you a curveball. And you can do it all without the whole company descending into chaos.
This really requires a huge mental shift. The old, wrong way to see it was that strategy is one single road. Focus means you're rigid, and commitment is a one-way ticket. The correct view, the powerful view, is that strategy has options. Focus is dynamic. It can move. And real commitment, well, real commitment is actually being prepared to be flexible.
And why is this so critical right now? Well, just look around. AI is making entire skill sets obsolete in months, not years. The market goes up and down like a yo-yo, making your revenue totally unpredictable. A new regulation can pop up and threaten your whole operation. The bottom line is, the era of stability is over. A static plan doesn't stand a chance.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's take a look at how some of the biggest, most successful companies on the planet use this idea to build incredible resilience.
I mean, look at Amazon. They are absolute masters of this game. They built Amazon Web Services, AWS, just to solve their own internal problem. But in doing so, they created the option to launch what is now a colossal, separate business. Same with Marketplace. They scaled their inventory to infinity without having to own any of it. Every single move they make isn't just about adding a new product, it's about building a platform that creates a dozen new future choices.
And you might think, well, what about a company with a laser-focused mission, like SpaceX? Their goal is to make life multiplanetary. How much more focused can you get? But look closer. They are all about optionality. By developing reusable rockets, they created the option to launch more frequently and cheaply than anyone else. Starlink created a totally independent revenue stream to fund their big mission. They have a single, massive goal, but they've built multiple, flexible paths to get there. Or think about the journey Netflix has been on. It's a perfect case study. They started with DVDs in the mail. Then they activated the option to go into streaming. Then they saw another option, creating their own content. And now they're moving into interactive shows and gaming. These weren't just random pivots. They were a series of smart, strategic decisions to activate new options, all while staying true to their core identity in entertainment.
So, we've seen what it is and why it's so important. Now for the really fun part, how do you actually do this? How can you design a strategy for your own organization that has this kind of flexibility baked right into its DNA?
But first, let's get one thing crystal clear. Strategic optionality is not the same thing as being indecisive. Not at all. Indecisiveness is just strategic confusion. You have no clear direction, so you just react to things.
Optionality is the exact opposite. It's having an incredibly clear direction, but also having multiple, well-thought-out, informed paths to get there. It's proactive, not reactive.
So how do you build it? You can follow this framework. It all starts with your core strategy. This is your trunk, your identity, the thing that does not change. Then you map out your strategic options. These are the potential branches, the different directions you could go. Now, step 3 is absolutely crucial. You set decision triggers. These are specific events you decide on in advance, like a competitor making a certain move or a technology hitting a certain price point, that tell you, okay, now is the time to activate that option. You back this up with scenario planning and, this is key, you have to build real execution agility, the ability to shift people and money fast without breaking everything. It's a complete system.
And these are the practical levers you can actually pull to make it happen in your organization. Can you move money around quickly? Can you redeploy your best people to a new project without a year of bureaucracy? Are you building platforms instead of just one-off products? These are the real-world building blocks that give you that strategic freedom.
You know, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this metaphor. Your strategy should be like a tree. The roots and the trunk are your core mission, your identity. They have to be deep and incredibly strong. But from that strong core, you grow many branches. Those are your strategic options, all reaching for the light in different directions. Strong roots, many branches.
All right, let's bring it all home. Because the goal here isn't just to understand this cool concept. It's about actually using it to build a real, lasting advantage for your organization in a world that, let's face it, is only getting more unpredictable.
So, what are the big takeaways? First, strategy isn't a straight line anymore. It's a network of possibilities. Second, optionality is your best defense and your best offense. It gives you both resilience to survive shocks and the ability to seize new opportunities. And maybe most importantly, the companies that win in the future won't be the ones who perfectly predict it. They'll be the ones who engineer their own readiness for many possible futures.
And that really leaves us with one final and I think pretty critical question to ask yourself. Take a hard look at your own strategy in your own organization. Are you making one single all-or-nothing bet on one version of the future playing out? Or are you engineering a system that's ready for whatever comes next?